Alright, so I'm Rob here at Salt City Sumo. We're going to do a little bit of demonstration, just giving a little bit of giving you some information about sumo wrestling, so you know what we're watching here. First thing I'm going to talk a little bit about is what we wear. So this is called a washi. It is just this. One long piece of canvas fabric. They then fold that over 4 times into a quarter. We then spread it out, hold it up to our chest or higher, depending on your tie. That's something that you learn as you tie it, where to go. And then the person will then spin around while they just kind of hold it up tight. And what they're doing here is they're taking the belt that can be used to grab, lift, throw our opponents, but also it acts kind of like a lifting belt. Gives us a nice lower back support, gives us a really sturdy belt that, I should have had a better word for that. A sturdy belt to be able to not just lift our opponents, but also make it easier to do some of the heavy lifting that's required when you're in the heavy lifting. As they go, they'll keep spinning around, and then once they get to the end where they have just a little bit left, some of us have to spin around less than others. I only go twice. There we go. And so now turn around the other way so you can see the knot. There we go. And so now what he's doing is he basically just does a simple knot with his on the back. It's kind of similar to how you have to tie certain either ribbons or martial arts belts of other kinds. And that's basically it. It's just a big knot on the back that just stays sturdy. Let's squat down and make sure it's all nice and tight. Up there properly. It's a program. Yeah, the very fancy one the professional sumos wear is actually made of silk. They wear ones like this for practice, but when they actually go to the tournaments, they do like those silk ones, and they put it on extra thick, so it still provides that lifting belt kind of support, but the silk actually makes it easier to break your opponent's grip. So when you have somebody else that's got to hold your belt, and it's nice and silk, it'll just pop off really easily. So that's kind of one of the nice benefits why they go with the silk. So another thing, the Milwaukee is just basically an ancient loincloth that was worn by ancient Japanese people. It's called a fundoshi. And basically this was the workout or field work attire for many Japanese men in early late BC and early 80s years. And so the sumo wrestling has just kind of continued that on and then kind of maintained that because it has an actual kind of application in the sumo wrestling, but it also kind of is that throwback to the ancient sumo rituals. So, any of the other Salt City Sumo guys come out, we'll just show you some of the stuff that we do, get ourselves warmed up, we'll also get a couple practice rounds in, and then we'll keep going with our next division, which is the way to get into 220 So, some of the things that we're going to show you here, some of the first things that we do is a very iconic sumo workout that a lot of people have seen. It's called the Shiko. It's also known as the sumo stomp. That's something that a lot of people see. And this is something they do in Japan quite a lot. They do it in baseball teams will do it, old folks' homes, senior centers will do it, and even corporate offices will do it like in their late morning, kind of get blood flowing and stuff. And the idea is it's a balance exercise. You want to lift your leg up as high as you can while still kind of maintaining balance. You want to be able to bring your leg up, pause for just a second, and then bring it down with a slight step. And then after that, you squat down, and then you go to the position you go to left. And the professional sumos in Japan will do between 500 and 1,000 feet a day. And so that's why they get very strong legs, very big counts. And so that's one of those, you don't want to just keep your leg up really high. You actually want to pick it up and be able to pause for a moment. So if you ever get bored and you want to try it at home, feel free. It's actually surprisingly more challenging to kind of hold your mouse there for a second. So you can come over, lift your leg up, drop it down, squat. And so the goal there is just, try to get as high as you can. I'm sure there's some kickboxers and stuff that can probably be pretty good. But that one's just a really tough workout. Even if this is as high as you can get, it's still really good workout. That's why they do it, senior bench and stuff like that. And so also, something the sumo wrestlers do a lot of, you really focus on flexibility, being able to lift your legs high or stretch your legs out as a way to defend against a lot of moves. And so it's one of those things that we're always trying to work on, always takes time, but there is something called a monobody, where the sumo wrestlers will do the splits and lay flat. First one. But so those are some of those first iconic kind of sumo wrestler exercises that people see a lot of that we get known for. We like to show off because even though we're big, doesn't mean we're not athletic. We're not. Anybody. And not all of us are big. In amateur sumo, there are weight classes. In the men's, we have all four of the weight classes going today: 187. 220 pounds, 255, and then everybody else. Then we also have some overweight divisions today. So, no weight class, but we have advanced overweight, and then we have under 1 year of doing sumo overweight. So, one of the other things that we like to do, the exercises that we do is called Surigashi. And so this is the drill that we do, getting our footwork going, it's kind of sliding our feet along. One of the big things with sumo wrestlers is you want to slide your feet, because those are things that we don't have wrestling shoes, your feet can slip. It's one of those things. And so by practicing sliding our feet, you get that extra little bit of friction, a little bit of boost. Also, some of the things that we're doing, Sumo has been documented back to about 700 AD, and even within that documentation, they mentioned that they had been practiced as a harvest ritual since about 23 BC. And so it is a Shinto harvest ritual, and so it has a lot of origins into kind of that Shinto religion and the ritualistic nature. You'll see a lot of things that we do have a ancient ritual attachment to it. So when we're doing the Shinto, we do the sumo stomp down. That stomp is actually the cleansing round of that energy, help prevent injuries. And because it was a harvest ritual, it was promoted in harvest. You'll see sumo wrestlers that when they throw salt on the dirt greens, that's also another thing to cleanse the ground. When you see sumo wrestlers that are beating their bellies in the belt, another thing, just making that noise, cleansing the area of that energy. Claps that they do, all the same kind of thing. So you see a lot of those ancient ritualistic elements still in modern sumo. It really holds to that and kind of helps them stay in touch with kind of the sumo wrestling of the past, because sumo wrestling in general, it's very punitive. It's very, don't fall down, don't get knocked out. And so it's one of those workouts that really can draw a lot of people. So the next one that we're going to go to is what we call Fitcon. It's a really similar drill, but this is where we have an actual body come out and beat the person that's going to take a hit. And this looks a lot like football sledge drills. They're just going to be coming out, hitting you to the chest, pushing you across. So this is just one of those things as a reminder. You need to be in the athlete area 20 minutes before the jersey. This is what we is going to be holding. There's a table for me.
You should be over in the athlete warm-up area and getting briefed on the course.
Also, if you ever heard the term a Rikushi is actually a professional sumo. So what we actually refer to is a sumo court. Basically somebody who practices sumo.
That heat that is going at 11:20, that is Amy Lewis, Kate Huber, Liza Basketball, and Mikey Kelly. So that is you. I need you guys over in that warm-up area and getting briefed. Thank you.
So next what we're going to go over is a little bit of the rules of sumo. You guys want to know. So let's just do a full start. We'll do a little example. So once we come out, both of the competitors come out. They will bow to enter the ring. They then step in and they do what is called the chin koku, or the ring entry ceremony. They're going to touch the ground, ground themselves, bring their hands up, clap, and just to ward off bad energy. They then open their hands, bring them out, and drop. This is to show that you come to this match with no weapons, coming in with a little fair fight. Then they'll come in, they'll do this kind of face off in the middle, the crowd down, they stare at each other. Some are serious, some are not. I have a hard time being serious. And then they'll come up, and then they'll be ready to start. And so the way the sumo match starts is both competitors will have to put both of their hands down. And once all four hands are down, that's when the match starts. In professional sumo, they do not wait for the ref. As soon as all four hands touch, they go. But in amateur sumo, because we're not pros like that, we wait for the ref to go, "Hakuyo," which means spirit. That's fight with spirit. And so they'll get going, and then basically once you get going, there's just a couple ways to lose. One of the first ways is to touch
One more time, if you were at 11:20,
body, anything
Liza Basketball, Mikey Kelly,
or
and as the break is about to start,
so if you're trying to push something out, you're going to dive and drag your toe, you also will lose that. So that's kind of something that a lot of people don't quite know. Or the first person to step outside of the ring at all. Step outside the ring, you lose. But the black border that you see, the little foam border, is not out of bounds. That's inbound. So you'll see the wrestlers using that a lot. Shooting back and forth, people really trying to utilize that lever to pull down. And it's not until they actually go all the way past that and touch outside of the ring, you may officially lose. Beyond that, there's some of the other ones is no hand pulling. No eye gouging, no throwing shots, no closed hand strikes. So there's no pumping, but in sumo you will see a lot of open hand strikes. So in the professional ranks, they can full slap to the face. They can even go for a knockout with either the palm of the hand or the foot. But in the amateur sumo, we don't do that, so we stay out in the direct shot to the face. But there's still a lot of really good strategy to pushing and slapping on the chest and the shoulders to really get somebody off balance and keep them from grabbing your belt. So that's kind of, you'll see some of those, so there will be a lot of those slapping techniques going. Some of the main styles in sumo that you'll see, one of the big ones is really popular with like power lifters and strongmen. People with really strong legs or a low center of gravity. That's the pushing style of sumo. They'll come in, their whole goal is to just stay nice and low and good frame and just bulldoze their opponent out. And on the contrary, you have the other type of people who want to keep their opponent's hands off of them, not trap their belt. These people are going to come out, they're going to be slapping on the chest, blocking the arms, keeping everything away so that they can just dominate the position and usually use their footwork to win. And then the third kind of style that you'll see, this is really popular amongst a lot of the American sumo. A lot of us have backgrounds in wrestling or jiu-jitsu, is the technique-based style that they're coming. They're looking for a belt grab, they're looking to do a technique, either a trick or a throw or some kind of single leg, or any of those techniques to win. As long as you're anything at the bottom of the ground, the technique is okay. So, once that happens, so now we've had a match, one with one. So now what they'll do is they'll come back, they'll bow, exit the ring, and then the winner will crouch down, put his hand out to the side, and then that's the end of his wins. And if you ever watch pro sumo, sometimes the referee will come up and hand them a bunch of envelopes. They're just white envelopes, and that is cash money. That is the sponsors in Japan. They will sponsor a specific match. And all of that prize money goes to the winner. And so that's kind of a cool thing because in Japan, the sponsors will sponsor some of the top ranked wrestlers' matches. But if somebody with a lower rank upsets them, they can walk home with a big stack of money. So it really puts that extra motivation to try to upset one of the top ranked guys or the best guys in the professional sumo ring. So, what else?
You guys say Trump.
Crossing that line, Katie and Sunday.